Hello everyone. My name is Suma. It's nice to meet you. Today, I'd like to introduce myself and tell you a little about who I am. I'm happy to have this opportunity to talk about myself in. Let me start with my name. My name is Suma. My friends and family usually call me Suma. I like my name because it is simple and easy to remember. Whenever I meet someone new, I usually start by telling them my name. Karnataka, India. I grew up in a small and peaceful place. My hometown is surrounded by nature, and I really enjoy the peaceful atmosphere there. Although it is not a big city, it has a special place in my heart. I have spent a lot of time in my hometown. I know many people there, and I am familiar with the surroundings. I enjoy the simple lifestyle of my hometown. At the same time, I would also like to experience life in different places. I currently live with my family. My family is very important to me. We spend time together, help each other, and share our daily experiences. Like every family, we have different opinions sometimes, but we care about one another. I would describe myself as a calm and simple person. I'm usually quiet when I meet someone for the first time. I don't immediately become comfortable with everyone. But once I get to know someone, I enjoy having long and meaningful conversations. I think I'm also a responsible person. When I take responsibility for something, I try my best to complete it properly. I don't like leaving things unfinished. I feel satisfied when I complete something that I have planned to do. I'm also someone who likes learning new things. Whenever I become interested in something, I try to learn more about it. Sometimes I learn from videos. Sometimes I read articles or practice by myself. I believe learning is a part of everyday life. Talking about my education, I studied computer science during my bachelor's degree. Later, I completed my master's degree in computer applications. My education introduced me to programming, databases, software, and many other areas of technology. During my studies, I learned many different things. Some subjects were easy for me, while others were challenging. Whenever I found something difficult, I tried to understand it by practicing more. Those experiences taught me to be patient with myself. After completing my education, I became interested in data and technology. I started learning different tools and skills related to data analysis. I learned Python, SQL, Excel, and Power BI. Learning these tools helped me understand how data can be used to find useful information. I enjoy working with data because I like finding patterns and understanding information. When I see a large amount of data, I become curious about what it can tell me. I like organizing information and turning it into something easier to understand. Apart from technical skills, I also want to improve my communication skills. I believe communication is important in every area of life. Being able to explain our thoughts clearly can help us connect better with other people. That's one reason I practice English regularly. I'm currently working on my English speaking skills. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but I need more time to express it in English. So I practice speaking aloud. I listen to English conversations and repeat what I hear. I believe shadowing is useful because it helps me become familiar with natural English. When I listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately, I can practice pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation. With regular practice, speaking starts to feel more natural. I also enjoy listening to music. Music helps me relax when I'm tired. Sometimes I listen to music while doing my daily activities. A good song can easily change my mood and make me feel better. I also enjoy spending time with my family. We talk about different things, share our experiences, and sometimes laugh about simple things. I think these small moments are important because they make everyday life more enjoyable. Another thing I enjoy is going for a walk. Walking gives me some quiet time to think. Sometimes I think about my plans. Sometimes I simply observe what is happening around me. It helps me clear my mind. I like being around nature. I enjoy watching trees, listening to birds, and observing the sky. Even simple things like cloudy weather or a cool breeze can make me feel peaceful. I think nature reminds us to slow down sometimes. My daily routine is quite simple. I usually start my day in the morning. After getting ready, I complete my usual household activities. Then I spend some time studying, practicing English, or working on my personal goals. I try to make my day productive. Of course, every day is not the same. Some days go according to my plan. On other days, unexpected things happen. I've learned that it's okay when everything doesn't go perfectly. One thing I'm trying to improve is my consistency. Sometimes I feel very motivated and do a lot of work. On other days, I may feel tired or distracted. I'm learning that consistency is more important than motivation. I don't want to improve everything in one day. Instead, I prefer making small improvements every day. Even if I learn one new word, practice one conversation, or complete one small task, I consider it progress. Small steps can create big changes over time. I think one of my strengths is patience. When I really want to learn something, I'm willing to practice it repeatedly. I may not understand something immediately, but I usually try again until I understand it better. Another strength of mine is that I care about doing things properly. When I start something, I like paying attention to the details. Sometimes this can make me spend more time than necessary. So I'm also learning how to work efficiently without overthinking everything. Of course, I have weaknesses too. Sometimes I overthink small things. I may spend too much time thinking about whether I am doing something correctly. I'm slowly learning to trust myself and move forward instead of worrying too much. I also want to become more confident when speaking. I don't want to be afraid of making mistakes. I know that mistakes are normal when learning a language. Instead of being embarrassed by mistakes, I want to learn from them. I think confidence doesn't appear suddenly. It develops through practice. The more we speak, the more comfortable we become. That's why I try to speak English even when I know my sentences aren't perfect. Sometimes I talk to myself in English. I describe what I'm doing. For example, I might say, I'm cleaning my room. Or, I'm going to prepare my breakfast. This simple practice helps me think in English. I also try to learn useful expressions instead of memorizing only individual words. For example, instead of learning only the word, decision, I can learn the expression, make a decision. This makes it easier to use English naturally in conversations. I enjoy learning English because it gives me the opportunity to communicate with more people. English is used in many countries. When I improve my English, I feel that I can understand more information and communicate more confidently. I also want to become better at expressing my thoughts. Sometimes I have many ideas in my mind, but I don't know how to organize them. I'm learning to slow down, think clearly, and express one idea at a time. I believe listening is just as important as speaking. When we listen carefully, we learn how people naturally use words and sentences. That's why I spend time listening to English conversations. I try to notice pronunciation, pauses, and expressions. I also enjoy learning from my mistakes. If I say something incorrectly, I try to understand what was wrong. Then I practice the correct sentence. I don't expect myself to become fluent overnight. I know that improvement takes time. Looking at my personality, I think I'm someone who enjoys peaceful surroundings. I don't always need a busy environment to feel happy. Sometimes I enjoy simply sitting quietly, thinking, reading, or listening to something interesting. At the same time, I would like to become more open and confident. I want to meet new people. I want to have more conversations. I want to share my thoughts without worrying too much about whether my English is perfect. I also have several goals for the future. I want to build a good career. I want to become financially independent. I want to continue learning new skills. And I want to become a more confident version of myself. I know that achieving these goals will take time. There may be difficulties along the way. There may be days when I feel tired or disappointed. But I don't want temporary problems to stop me from moving forward. Whenever I face a difficult situation, I try to remind myself that every experience teaches me something. Some experiences teach us what to do. Others teach us what not to do. Both kinds of experiences can help us grow. I believe everyone has their own journey. We shouldn't always compare our progress with someone else's. Everyone has different circumstances, different opportunities, and different challenges. What matters is continuing to move forward at our own pace. I'm proud of the things I have learned so far. At the same time, I know that I still have a lot to learn. There are many skills I want to develop. There are many places I want to visit. And there are many experiences I want to have. If I had to describe myself in a few words, I would say that I'm calm, curious, hardworking, and willing to learn. I'm still working on becoming more confident. I'm still learning how to communicate better. And I'm still discovering what I'm capable of achieving. One thing I have realized is that progress doesn't always look impressive. Sometimes progress is simply getting up and trying again. Sometimes it is practicing for 10 minutes. Sometimes it is learning from one mistake. Even small efforts matter. So, that's a little about me. My name is Suma. I'm from Karnataka, India. I have a background in computer science and computer applications. I'm interested in technology, English, learning, and personal growth. I enjoy spending time with my family. I like watching movies, listening to music, going for walks, and learning new things. I'm a calm person, but I'm working on becoming more confident and expressive. I'm also someone who believes in continuous improvement. I don't expect myself to be perfect. I simply want to become a little better every day. I believe that small improvements can eventually create meaningful changes in our lives. My goal is to build a happy, independent, and meaningful life. I want to use my skills, continue learning, meet good people, and experience new things. I know I still have a long way to go, but I'm willing to take it one step at a time. And that is my introduction. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little about me. Now it's your turn. Think about your own life. Talk about your name, your hometown, your family, your education, your interests, your personality, and your goals. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just speak. Great job. You've completed today's self-introduction shadowing practice. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to English with Suma. Don't forget to practice speaking English every day. Leave a comment and tell me how your practice went. See you in the next shadowing lesson. Happy learning.